Please share your vegetarian diet with us because sometimes we lack such information.
What do you mean you lack such information? A vegetarian diet is a diet that does not include meat as a practice. When God made Adam and Eve, in Genesis 1:29, he said, "Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed, to you it shall be for meat, and to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat." God's arrangement was every living thing should eat plants, every living thing. Ellen White writes, I don't remember where, God allowed the race to eat meat to shorten their lives. Because God does not like sinners living long. God allowed that long-lived race, you write, to eat flesh to shorten their lives. Every time you bite into a chicken leg, you are shortening your life. Are you with me? Mm-hmm. The purpose of meat, arranged by God, is to kill you sooner than you ought to die. Mm-hmm. So as not to spread sin all over the place. People say, well, Jesus had fish. How often did he have it? How many times can you point to Christ eating fish or lobsters or crabs or snakes, whatever? How often? Well, let me tell you something else now. For those of you who say Christ had meat, Christ did not live in the antitypical Day of Atonement. Since October 22, 1844, we are in the literal Day of Atonement spiritually. Now, in this typical, during the Jewish era, no animal products were brought into the most holy place. Are you with me? No meat was brought into the most holy place. Meat was brought into the holy place during the other days, and the priest would consume meat in there as a way of identifying with the sinner. No meat was ever brought into the most holy place. We are now in the most holy place phase of Christ's ministry. When Christ was on the earth, he was not in that phase. So you and I are living in a different historical era with respect to prophecy. And in that era, no meat was brought into the most holy place. Young brother said amen. And he got no support from anybody. Now, I'm not telling you don't eat meat. I'm simply telling you what the authorities say, the Bible, and our commentator, Sister White, what she writes. She said, meat lies at the foundation of almost all the cancers that people suffer. Meat, flesh food, is the cause of so much of the cancers from which people suffer. I'm not telling you what to eat. I'm just telling you what the spiritual authorities tell us. By the way, the purpose of diet is to keep us fit to do God's work. That's the fundamental purpose of diet, to keep us fit to do God's work. Sickly people can't serve God as well as they ought. So God gave us a diet to keep us fit. Not necessarily to live long, but to live well and to be active in God's service. All right, let's get to the next question because I keep seeing all these guilty faces. Get to the next